Hello.
Hi,
Good
good
evening,
evening, Anne.
teacher. Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
A little small.
Oh,
Yes.
why?
I uh, I check.
Yeah,
Yes. This I can hear you.
you can hear me loud and clear now.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Okay. So, I already listened to your reporting, Anne,
Yes.
and yeah, that would be nice. That would be good, huh? um, Actually, you were able to emphasize the words. Okay, the most important thing, which I am going to, if I am the listener, as if I am listening to a reporter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to keep that up, and I want you to keep that up because the words, okay, you clearly enunciate, pronounce the words correctly, okay,
Yes.
and
Thank
you
you.
were able to emphasize if that would be need to be emphasized, so you were able to emphasize that one. Keep that up, Anne. Okay, keep that
Yes.
up, and
Thank you.
never stop, okay, never stop practicing, okay, because if you were going to stop practicing on, so you will sometimes forgot, right? Okay, so that's why if you are at home doing nothing, you just have to pronounce, okay, you just have to speak English, speak to yourself, even to yourself only, okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
I
as if
would.
you are a reporter, okay, as if you are a reporter, so talk to yourself, okay, because
Yes.
that would develop your communication skills. And okay,
Yes.
okay.
I will do that.
So
Yeah.
yes, okay. So do you have any questions so far with that?
Um. I hear the work in the reporter headquarters, but I don't know the last word.
Oh, really?
I just read, but I don't
Yeah.
know last word.
Yeah.
Headquarters. What does
Yes.
this mean? Yeah,
That would be a reporter, okay, a TV, a journalist.
a journalist. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So the course that you were going to take up in college would be journalism. Okay,
yeah,
so you were going to take up a Bachelor of Science in Journalism, preparatory for you to become a reporter, for you to become a TV personality, for you to become a field reporter, for you to become a um, a radio announcer. So it could be like that, Anne. So a journalist. Okay.
yeah, yes.
Okay, so let me
Okay.
present the presentation to you now. Are you ready, Anne?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Okay, so let me present and we will going to continue our lesson. Okay? Okay, so we are now on Unit 5, letter D, number 3, right? So we were able to practice already. You were able to report that one, record your voice, and it turns out to be a very good reporting, Anne. Okay?
Yes,
So one of these days, you will become you will become a good speaker someday. Okay?
yes,
Okay. Now, let's try to move on to activity number 4 on. Okay? Now, let's try to listen to the main. Okay? So, to the main story in more detail. And then after that one, we will going to answer the questions. Okay?
yes.
So, letter A, that would be given. So, what organization carried out the research? So, the answer would be the Global Studies Institute. Okay, so let's try to listen. Number 38.
Recording 38.
But first, our main story. A report by experts at the Global Studies Institute predicts that China, once known as the world's sleeping giant, is fast catching up with the major world economies and may be the dominant economic superpower as early as 2025. Since China's economic reforms began back in the late 1970s, the country has enjoyed staggering success and commercial expansion. The report predicts Chinese companies will soon have up to 50% of the American market and 30% of the European market. Our Asia correspondent Tim Robbins reports from Shanghai.
Okay. Okay, so did you got the point, Anne?
Can I
Listen it
can I
again?
listen
Sure.
one more, please?
Recording 38.
But first, our main story. A report by experts at the Global Studies Institute predicts that China, once known as the world's sleeping giant, is fast catching up with the major world economies and may be the dominant economic superpower as early as 2025. Since China's economic reforms began back in the late 1970s, the country has enjoyed staggering success and commercial expansion. The report predicts Chinese companies will soon have up to 50% of the American market and 30% of the European market. Our Asia correspondent Tim Robbins reports from Shanghai.
Okay. So have you got the point already, Anne? So number one, what's the name of the organization that carried out the research? So it's the Global Studies
Study
Institute.
Institute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, question letter B. Has China overtaken the world's major economies yet?
I think it has. Yes, it has.
Okay, actually, no.
No.
Okay, yes. So the answer is no. Okay, it's fast catching up. Okay, actually, okay, it's fast catching up, but they're not yet okay overtaken the world's major economies. Okay, but they're near to that because they're fast catching up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next. In letter C, by
Um.
when? So when we say when, that would be a year, okay? By when is China expected to be the dominant economic power? Remember, right? So there would be
The early uh early 2025.
okay, so by 2025. Okay, so according to the research of the Global Studies Institute, look at this one, the China dominant superpower by 2025. So how many more years to come? So that's going to be 2 year more,
2 year.
2 years more, right? Now, so we should have to take note of that. And so if ever China will going to govern us, the Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. So if these countries governed by Chinese, okay, by China, so what would happen to our country, right? So maybe we will become Chinese.
Oh.
Okay, not Vietnamese anymore, not Filipinos anymore. So we will become Chinese. So we will be part of China.
Yeah.
So would you like to become like that? And
No,
no.
never. Yeah.
So if okay, this is the question. If ever we don't like it, so it's going to be a war. You know that? Because China, according to them, China is ready, okay, is ready to for a battlefield, for a
Yeah.
battle, okay, for a battle to those countries that, okay, that want that not going to let them, let's say for example, let them govern, okay, so they're ready for that. But we don't know, right? We don't know what would happen if they will become a dominant economic power. But of
Yeah.
course, maybe it's just only the economy, okay? It's just only the economy, but maybe it's very impossible for them to capture the Philippines, the Vietnam, the Thailand, right?
Yeah.
And it's very impossible because the people of Vietnam, the people of the Philippines, the people of Thailand, of course, they don't want that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what would be our what do you think would be the things that we should have to do on to improve our
Army and
economy?
the economist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if ever the economy of our country becomes, okay, becomes high, okay, so we're earning something like just like the China, so that means we can be able to be like them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will become also very powerful. So what are we going to do? So aside from we need to increase our economic situation, of course, we
Yes.
need also to improve the quality of education that we have,
Yes.
right? Because if ever people are more educated, so what would happen? Of course we know the rules, right? And so
Yeah.
they will not going to govern us because we know that we have the power to say because we know already, right? And but
Yes.
if we will not going to improve the quality of our education, so maybe they will going to govern us, eh? So
Yes.
that's why I want you to speak English because if the Chinese people would come to your country, speak to them very straightforward.
Yeah.
Excuse me, this is our country.
Yeah.
Vietnam is my country. You are not allowed to come here and you are not allowed to govern here in our country. Wow. So if that would be the case, okay,
Yeah.
if that would be the case, oh, they were going to say, oh, wow, okay. There are Vietnamese that can speak English very well, right? And you know
Yeah.
what? Chinese people, especially those who are old ones, they are not speaking. They don't speak fluent English. And remember
Yes.
that. Huh?
I know
Remember
that.
that.
Yeah. I
Yes.
I used to examine a group of
Chinese.
Chinese patients,
See?
but um maybe I remember that that were a group of
Mm.
about maybe seven
Seven.
people,
Uh-huh.
but
Seven
uh,
Chinese.
yes, but
Okay.
when we but when medical staff
Yes.
uh, want to know the
Their
name,
informations. Yeah. The
yeah,
informations.
yes, the name, the age,
Yes.
the address. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, we ask them
Them in English.
in English, but
But
they no
yes.
one can answer the question.
Understand.
Yeah,
See? Okay. Of course, especially those who are old ones. But this is the point, and actually, because I do have also students from China. I do have
yeah,
a lot of students from China, 5 years old, 7 years old, and they are very fluent in English. So if ever these children will grow up, so these children will be the next, okay, will
yeah,
be the next people who will going to govern China.
yeah,
And they are very fluent in English. Because why? And the first thing that they do is to improve the quality of education.
yeah,
They teach us. Actually, they are hiring English speakers, okay, from the United States to teach in China.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, so that to improve their speaking when it comes to English. Okay, so little by little, they do that one so that the young generation who will soon become adult, they are good already,
Yeah.
right? So maybe we can do that one also. We can also start in our own country to educate, okay, our young generation, so that when they grow up, they will be the next leader, and of course they have already the knowledge,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
okay, and you are very lucky because you learn English.
Yeah.
Okay. And sooner or later, you will going to represent your country, Vietnam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will going to represent your country. Okay. Excuse me. I can speak English to you. Okay.
Yeah.
So do not tell us that we are idiot. Okay. So when you say
You
idiot,
don't. Yeah, I know.
yeah. Yeah, actually foreigners would say idiot people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah, actually, I heard a lot of Filipinos when they go there in other countries like in the United States, in what is in London, they always tell Filipinos are idiot.
Mm.
Yes. They always tell that one, okay, because Filipinos who would go there would be those who are workers, okay, who
Oh, yeah.
are domestic helpers, of course. What we expect to them, okay, so they weren't able to finish their studies, so their English is just only very few, okay,
Yes.
so that's why they call Filipinos as idiot, but they don't know that a lot of Filipinos are good when it comes to the speaking, when it comes to the language.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Yeah.
think this situation is the same with the
Yeah, in
Vietnamese
your
people
country,
when they come to
another
another
country.
country. Yeah.
Also,
Uh,
you experience also the same. You heard also the same situation that they call the people of Vietnam as idiot also.
I still not experience.
Yeah.
Still not experience that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
my sister now he live in
She leaves. Yeah.
France, France,
Yes.
yeah, and she told me that, yeah,
When she's
and
when
and
she's yeah when
and
she's
maybe
yeah.
my friend, my best friend, he traveled to Japan to
Yes.
study, yeah,
Yes.
and she told me also,
Mm,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. So actually, they're thinking that those who are foreigners just like us are low class,
yes,
right? They
yes,
they always they always think of that actually, but they don't know that Asian people are very bright, okay,
right,
and
and
yes, actually we're
intelligent,
Asians,
and
yes, we're
they
very
work
intelligent,
and study very hard.
yes, very good. So when it comes to work, we work very harder, right?
Yes,
Okay, so we are proud to be Asians, Anne. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, now, when did China's economic reforms begin? Oh, it
I
begins when
I heard a 1917.
70s. Yes. So in the late, okay, 1970s.
17,
So
yeah.
look at that. Look at this one, right? So it started their economic reform in the late 1970s. So that would be near 1971, right? So that would be near 1971.
Mm,
And until now, they're working on it,
yeah,
right? Yeah, so they're working on it. So if you try to compute 2023 minus 1970, so what would be how many years already that one? So it's going to be a long years already, right, Anne?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, next question. How much of the American market is China predicted to have?
Um, 50
Yes.
percent.
So it's going to be a 50%. So that would be half
A
already,
half. Yeah.
right? Half of 100. Now, letter F. How much of the European market is China predicted to have?
30%.
Yes, so it's going to be 30%. So if you try to compare this one and this one is in the United States. So America's market, right? This one is in Europe. So if you try to look at this one, so there would be a higher percentage in American market compared to the European market, right?
Yeah.
So that means China already already what? Already went through the American market. Okay, because
Yeah.
they already predicted 50%, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and only 30% in the European. So who is Tim Robbins?
I have no answer.
Okay, actually, Tim Robin is the programs correspondence. Okay. So you know what's a correspondence, Anne?
Yes, yes, I know.
Yes.
Program
So it's a
correspond.
programs correspondence. Okay. So a correspondence can also be a reporter, Anne. Okay.
Pro-
Programs. Yes. Okay. So the programs correspondence. Okay. So
Yes.
do you have any questions so far with this, Anne?
No more.
No more. Okay, moving on to letter E, activity letter E, speaking, talking about the news. So for the speaking strategy, we were going to study on how to summarize. Okay, so when we talk about summarize, what does it mean, Anne?
When we summarize, we will tell
Idea,
the main idea.
ideas, yes. Yeah, so we just shorten, right?
Yeah.
So instead of very long, it's going to be a paragraph, okay? It's going to be 2 to 3 paragraphs. So we just make it shorter. So
Yeah.
what we do is we summarize. So we summarize only, we just include only, we just write only what would be the most important ideas. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is summarizing. Now, question: which of these summaries of the news story about China is most accurate? Okay, so you know what's most accurate, Anne?
I missed this word, but now
Remember it? Can you still remember that?
yeah.
Yeah. So when you say accurate, that would be nearest, okay?
Yeah.
Nearest
Nearest.
to
Yeah.
our topic, okay? So our topic or the story is about China, right? The story about China, the economy of China. So which among the three choices in here would be the most accurate and nearest to the story?
Yes. Let me
Okay,
read.
let's try to read them. Okay, can you please read them loudly, Anne?
China's economy is going to grow stronger over the next 30 years, but it will not overtake the economies of America and
In
Europe.
Europe. Okay.
China had the fastest growing
Growing.
economy in the world today, it has already replaced Americans
America,
and Europe as the biggest industrial and
commercial.
commercial center
Okay.
in the world.
Okay. Can you please say Europe? Europe.
Europe,
Yes.
Europe,
Biggest.
biggest, biggest
Industrial.
industrial,
Industrial. Okay. Industrial.
industrial,
Commercial.
commercial
Center.
center.
Okay. Let's move on and
Uh, See, China's economy has been growing
quickly.
quickly for the last 30 years. According to one report, it will not be long before it becomes the biggest economy in the world.
Okay. So which among the three choices would be the most accurate one?
Mm, I think the first, the A
Hmm.
sentence.
Is it letter A? So why is it letter A? Do you think China's economy is going to grow stronger over the next 30 years? Look at this one. So when will be the target of the Chinese people to become a dominant superpower economy? That would only be after
2 years
2 years, 2025. So that will be the target. So if you try to look at this one over the next 30 years,
is phone.
so that's
Yes.
going to be that's going to be
Yes.
long, okay?
Maybe something wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next, letter B. Let's try to analyze. China has the fastest growing economy in the world today. Okay, we can consider that, right? It has already replaced America. Is it mentioned in there that the economy of China replaced already America and Europe as the biggest industrial and commercial center in the world? Is it
No.
mentioned in there? No, not yet, right?
Yeah.
Not yet. Okay. So that means definitely letter B is not that
True.
choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now in letter C, let's try to analyze.
China.
China's economy has been growing quickly for the last 30 years. So that means for the last 30 years from 1970
20.
up
Yes.
to 2025 or maybe 2023 now. So for the last 30 years, according to one report, it will not be long before it becomes the biggest economy in the world. So
Yeah.
according to what report? According to the report of the Global
Study
Studies
Institute.
Institute. And China is fast catching up when it comes to become
Biggest.
the biggest economy in the world. So
Yeah.
the
Uh,
most accurate one is
C.
letter C. Okay. Now, supposing we are a reporter on, okay, and we are reporting live this particular report in here. Okay? So let's try to report this one. So we will going to have an alternate one. I will be A, you will be B, I will be C, and then let's exchange. You will be A, I will be B, and you will be C.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Let's try to give a life in it. Okay? As if we are a reporter. Okay. Ready now, Anne? So I will be the
Yes.
first one. Okay. You are live now at VTV1. This is Harji reporting. China's economy is growing to grow stronger over the next 30 years, but it will not overtake the economies of America and Europe. Again, this is Harji reporting live.
Oh.
Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's try to throw over. Okay, let's say, for example, I am reporting a field reporter, and you are a TV reporter. So
TV.
I am reporting, yes, I am reporting live at the field, okay, and you are reporting at the TV, okay, on television, okay. So I am going to say, okay, so I am going to throw, or I am going to, no, what's the right term for that? Okay. Ah, for more reports and updates, okay, let me call on our TV reporter live at the uh, uh, VTV1 studio. Okay, and then you will
Yeah.
to enter. Okay, okay. Let's try to start from the start. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Harji reporting live. So the report, or the, what do we call this one? The headlines. Okay, our
Yeah.
headlines for today's report: China's economy is going to grow stronger over the next 30 years, but it will not overtake the economies of America and Europe. For more updates, okay, and reports, okay, can I call on our reporter at the VTV1 studio, and
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is I'm reporting
live.
from BTV1. Here is uh, here is today tonight.
Okay, headline.
Headlines: China has the fastest growing economies in the world today. It has already replaced Americans and Europe as the biggest industrial and commercial center in the world.
Thank you. Okay, then this is on reporting.
Yeah, this is I'm reporting.
Back to you, Harji. You have to tell. You have to. Yeah, that would be the right term. Okay. So supposed to be. I am going to say. Okay. Back to you at studio VTV1 on. Okay,
Yeah.
and then after you will report, and you are going to say back to you, Harji.
Yeah. Uh, this is I'm reporting now. Uh, Combat back to your back to the
To Harji.
studio Haji.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Anne. China's economy has been growing quickly for the last 30 years. According to one report, it will not be long before it becomes the biggest economy in the world. This is Harji reporting live. Okay, so that will be it. Now let's try to exchange now, Anne. Okay, you will be the A, I will be the B, and you will be the C. Okay.
Um, Good
For
morning. This is I'm reporting live from BTV1 Vietnam. Here are our headlines today. China's economy is going to grow stronger over the next 30 years, but it will not overtake the economies of Americans and Europeans. Europe. This is yeah. This is I'm reporting live, and
back,
now I
back to
will
you.
come to back to the
Back to you,
Hachi
Harji.
reporter reporting.
Yes, thank you so much, Anne. So, China has the fastest growing economy in the world today. It has already replaced America and Europe as the biggest industrial and commercial center in the world. Back to you again, Anne.
Thank you. China's China's economy has been growing quickly for the last 30 years, according to one report. It will not be long before it becomes the biggest economy in the world. This
This
is I'm reporting live
from
from
BTV.
VTV1.
Okay, good job. Okay, now let's try. to speak up. So let's try to listen on to this news story and write down the main point. So we are now summarizing the main point. Then give a brief summary of the story using your notes as a guide. Okay? So it's here. It's about what? A report by found that. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to listen.
Recording 39.
If you are one of those people who shares the common belief that older women cannot be good mothers, then think again. In a recent study at the University of Southern California, researchers compared the experiences of 150 mothers in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. The results were perhaps surprising. It appears that women in their 50s do not find being a parent more stressful or physically more demanding than women in their 30s and 40s.
Okay. So can you be able to say something about that one? And now,
Once more, please.
yeah, sure. But you have to take note of this. These are the clues, huh? These are the guide. It's about what a report by by whom found that. Okay, so
Yeah.
what they found out. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Let's try to listen again.
Recording 39.
If you are one of those people who shares the common belief that older women cannot be good mothers,
Okay, so it's about
It's about um
older
common mother
women being
being the
mothers.
mother,
Yes,
the good
being a
mother.
good mother, right? Okay, okay. So, but we just have to put that one in here. So, this report is about older women being mothers. Okay,
Yeah.
and then a report by. Let's try to continue.
then think again. In a recent study at the University of Southern California,
Mm. So, a report by
University uh, University
California. Okay, University of
of
Southern. Yeah, so it's going to be Southern California.
California. Yeah.
Yes. So this is the report. Okay, just for a moment. Yes. So a report by the University of Southern California found that. Let's try to continue.
researchers compared the experiences of 150 mothers in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. The results were perhaps surprising. It appears that women in their 50s do not find being a parent more stressful or physically more demanding than women in their 30s and 40s.
Okay. So a report conducted by the University of Southern California, they found that the mothers
The mother um
in their
in 30 years old.
in their 50s don't
50
don't find being
worry
being a
worry
parent, being a parent more stressful.
more stressful.
Yes, more stressful or
Yeah. Or
physical, okay, physical, physically that demanding, okay, demanding than younger mothers. Okay, so this is now the results. Okay, now let's try to study the result and look at this one, right? So the story is all about
older
older
woman
women
being
being
mothers.
mothers and who reported this one. Okay, so according to the report, based from the report of the University of Southern California, so what would be they found out? So they
They
found
found
that
that the mothers in their 50s year don't find being a parent more
more
stressful
stressful.
or physically demanding than younger mothers.
So what does it mean? So that means if comparing to the mothers, okay, of the younger mothers compared to the 50 years old mothers, they just found out that being a parent is not stressful, is not a physical demanding work. Okay, so
Yeah,
that means they're ready to become mothers compared to those who are younger mothers, right? I
yeah.
don't know, Anne, but based also on my what is one on my understanding and what is one observation here in the Philippines, we do have also a young as early as 15-year-old. Yes, because we have here in the Philippines, we have this particular tribe, okay,
Right.
here in the Philippines, that their culture, if they are girls or if they are women,
Yeah.
so they don't need to go to school because they will just only for men to marry. So as early as 14, 13, 14, 15, they got married already on
Fif- 14,
13, yes.
15. Yeah.
13, 14, 15. As long as the girl has its own monthly period that can bear already a son or a daughter. So that would become ready according to this tribe here in the Philippines. So that's why our government here in the Philippines are trying to do something in order to eliminate that particular notion, that believed in this particular tribe here in the Philippines, because
Mhm.
they're so young. So what they get when they become 20 years old, and they will going to have a lot of children already,
Yeah.
right?
They
So
also the children.
yes. So they have a lot of children already. So what would be their source of income? So that their source of income is just only farming. So
Yeah.
what do you expect that they will going to feed for their families if that would be the case? So our government is trying to not to eliminate but trying to control this
Yeah.
particular marriages. Just like in, I don't know if you heard about also in India,
Yeah.
right? In India, Indian girls or Indian women, they don't have also the right to refuse. Let's say, for
Mhm.
example, if they become already um what is one if they become already matured already, let's say for example, they have already the menstruation or the monthly period, and they are capable to bear a son, so they don't have the right to refuse who's going to marry them, even if the person is much older than they are,
Yeah.
right? And so that would be their tradition. Okay, what about in Vietnam? Do you also have this kind of tradition
Mm,
wherein younger
in
women?
my yeah, in my country, I think this um, this case often come from the
Minority, right?
yes minority
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
So same case, same case. So that would not only just be a problem here in the Philippines, but it's a global problem,
yeah
right? So especially those who are minorities, because they weren't able to go to school, so they don't have any knowledge about that one, right? And
Yes.
so they're very actually I don't know, okay, I don't know how they were going to survive, right?
Yes. When they when even they cannot um, um, earn the money for them
Yeah,
for
to buy for
themselves.
foods.
Yeah, and
So it's not easy, right? So it's not easy. So maybe our government, not just all only here in the Philippines, but also all throughout the world, maybe must see this particular situation, right? Because I saw a report specifically in India, and actually I heard a report that a mother, okay, when she got married at the age of 13, and she got a daughter at the age of 14, and then she doesn't want her daughter to become like her. So what she did on is she search on the net
yeah.
those who were going to adopt a child. And then what she did was she let her child be adopted by an American couple that doesn't have a child. Okay. So this particular American couple went to India, okay, and get this little child. It's just only a newborn child. Okay. So the mother allowed this two couple from America to adopt their child. Okay. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what happened on the later part actually, and this girl, okay, become professional. She became a singer.
Be-
Yes, she
became a
became a singer. Yeah, she became a singer. She joined the what is American Idol. Okay, American something like that. Okay, so she joined an American Idol or something like that. Okay, it's a contest, singing contest
yeah.
to showcase your ability. Okay, and she wasn't able to win the grand prize, but she got it to the top. Okay, I guess she got it top three among those
Yeah.
who like that. And then when she already won the contest, and then actually her poster parents who adopted her told her that she is just only an adopted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when she grew, she realized that her poster parents, who the one who adopted her, would be a very very what is one very caring parents to her. So she was able to raise, okay, by this particular American people. But of course, okay, when she grew up, she realized that her skin is not the same with the skin of her
Mm-hmm.
adopted parents, right?
Yeah.
So she keeps on asking her adopted mom or her poster mom that um uh do you think am I your child? She keeps on asking that. So that's the time that the poster mother told her that actually you are just only an adopted. So when she grows up, she becomes professional. She finished her studies already, and then she asks, okay, because her poster mother died actually a cancer. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
died a cancer. So she asked the poster dad if she can come to India and to
More.
see her parents, her
Yeah.
mother. Yeah, so I saw that one in the TV, and so it's going to be a very touching stories when they reunite each other.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, I I don't know. The India is a developed countries,
Yeah,
but
it's a
when
third world actually. Is India is considered to be a third world country, right? Although Philippines also is considered to be a third world country, but there's the bottom, okay, at the bottom because India is actually
I
yeah,
I don't know.
there's a lot of people who cannot afford to buy food, right?
Yeah.
And um,
Maybe in the crowded,
yeah,
is
very crowded.
very
Yeah.
crowded of people
Yes. So
and
there's a lot of what is the population. So their population are so very high.
yes,
Okay.
and maybe this is the reason lead to a lot of
Poverty. Yes.
yeah, a
Poverty.
lot of issue
Yeah, that's correct.
in
Okay.
India, and
Mm.
that country is very is, is a lot of strength story,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
maybe it's also depend on their culture.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct. Okay. So, yeah. So of course, we just have to pray for them also. Okay. Because India is also near to us, right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I I I I feel a little. I feel fear when someone told
To you.
travel
Ah,
to
to India.
India
Ah,
because I think India. I heard India have a lot of problem about um, the the a lot of
when
social problem.
a lot of
I
problems
yeah,
actually when it comes to their economy, right? So,
the
yes, you are right.
safety.
The most important, yes, the safety actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you're not safe if you go there. If you don't know, okay, if you are a foreigner, oh, so don't try to go there by your own, okay?
yes,
Yeah, because it's not safe actually, okay? It's not safe. So
yeah,
there would be a lot of crimes, right?
yes. A lot
So
of
they have
price.
higher when it comes to crimes, okay?
Yeah,
Okay. So it's not my dream destination. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
it's not my dream destination to go there. So never in my mind that
Why?
I
Why you want to know what you want to see, what you want to know about?
no, I don't like to go there. So that's not on my lists. India is not on my list. A country that I may go in the future. No,
No.
it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one is New Zealand. So that would be my dream country to
Yeah. New
go.
Zealand. Yeah.
New Zealand, and after that, Switzerland.
Yes. Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The very beautiful
that's correct.
country.
Very nature because I am a nature lover. So I like nature,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Okay, so
yeah.
if
Also my dream. Yeah.
really, yeah,
Switzerland. Switzerland. Yeah.
yes. So New Zealand, Switzerland, and then after that one, actually, I
Greece.
don't like to go to no. Greece is no, I don't like to go there in Greece. Those are just only the two countries which I dreamed of going there one of these
Yeah.
days. Yeah. um, maybe in yeah, I'd like to in Maldives. Yeah,
Mondays.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Maldives. Yeah, I because I like also beach. Yeah, so Maldives is a very good when it comes to beaches, right?
And in Philippines,
Yeah,
um, um, I think Philippines will have a lot of big
beaches.
beach, beautiful beach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very beautiful beach, and but I'm not a beach what is one traveler. Okay, I like
Mhm.
nature actually because I don't like to become tan. Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't want the sun. Okay, because I am allergic to the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I will be exposed to sunlight, I'm scratching all over my body. Yeah. So
Do
um
so do you want to go somewhere
mountains.
mountain or
Yeah.
has the what
The
in
ice, the snow.
ice snow?
Yes, because Switzerland, there would be times that it snow. Same also in New Zealand. So there would be times that it snows. There would be times that it's winter, right? That it's fall. So I'd like to experience how the leaves of the trees are falling during fall, right?
Yeah.
Season. I would like
I,
to know if when the ice is going to go down to form
yeah.
an ice, right? So I would like to experience all of those.
So interesting.
Okay.
And I hope
Yeah.
you are not allergic with the snow.
No, I'm not. I'm not actually. I don't know, my skin maybe like a cold place, not a hot place. Because if I exposed to a hot places, I'm scratching. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it itchy.
Itchy.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
it's itchy. Okay, what about you? Are you not allergic?
No, I'm
You like
not.
the sun? You like the
Uh,
sunlight?
yes.
Oh, really?
Not really. If the
It's
sun
early in
is
the morning.
too hot,
Yeah.
I don't
But
like.
yeah, but not on the noon time because it's going to be hot, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Um.
okay in the morning, but not in the noon time.
Yes. In the noontime.
It's going to be hot, especially here in the Philippines now, and we are experiencing a very hot season now because it's summer, right?
Yes.
So we don't know when it will going to end because until now it's going to be very hot. So we are suffering from a very hot weather condition. What about in
Yeah.
Vietnam?
Um. Um. In in the city I live now, the 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 weather often hot
Oh,
um,
it's the same here in the Philippines.
on the years,
Yes.
but in my hometown, uh, there there are two seasons.
Oh,
The hot season, the hot season and the rainy
rainy
season.
season.
Yeah. And
Oh,
the hottest temperature in
temperature.
summer um, maybe 40 degrees. I think
Oh,
it's enough hot. Um, it's enough. It's
not too hot.
enough. Not too hot like in the
Like in the
Philippines. Yeah,
Philippines, because we experience 41 to 42 degrees Celsius
yeah.
centigrade. Okay.
And I still not experience the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Vietnam, uh, We only have one place in the
Oh,
mountain in the northern province.
yeah,
It had snow just several months.
yeah.
Yeah, and I still go there.
Oh,
I
really?
still not go there.
Ah, okay. So you weren't able to experience going there. Oh, it's just
Yeah.
only near. It's just only near to your place, so you can go there anytime. How many hours when you go there, when you travel over there? It takes
I think a half a day.
really? So it's going to be far also.
Yeah, a half land of Vietnam.
Oh,
A half land. Yes.
wow. So
And maybe when I see snow, I like, but when but maybe in June when I experience it's very
to
cold
stay there,
and
yeah.
maybe I think the snow is very cold
Ah,
and maybe I don't like.
ah,
I
okay.
just one time
Ah,
once. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Me, I like that one. I like cold weather. So
Uh-huh.
I like wearing sweater. I like wearing the coat, right? So I like that
Yeah.
one. Okay. So when we went to Thailand, actually, okay, no, not in Thailand, but in what is one? Taiwan. In Taiwan,
Taiwan. Yeah.
Taiwan, yeah, Taiwan is a very good and a nice place to stay. Why? Because the weather there is just fair. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's not cold, it's not hot. So even though it's noontime, you cannot see the sun.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I like that place. So yeah, maybe my dream of living, yeah, in living one of these days would be in Taiwan if
Oh.
I do have a chance to live there. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, I like the weather condition of Taiwan. So even it's noontime, you wear a jacket, you wear a bonnet because it's cold. So I like that.
And you like
Okay.
that? Yeah.
Yes, I like that. Okay, so Anne, it's about time for us to say goodbye once again.
Yeah.
So we will going to continue our lesson by tomorrow, listening and making predictions.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for participating. Okay, and I hope you learned something from me today.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot
Of
of
course, you learn
yeah.
about how to summarize things. Right? Yes.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay,
for
so
today's
thank you.
lesson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much,
And have
Anne.
a
We'll
good
see each
night.
other again. No homework at this point in time. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So thank you
Goodbye,
so much.
teacher.
Have a nice evening and bye bye.
Yeah. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye bye.